My name is Ricardo Pompeo. I'm an undergraduate student in Law and Economics at the University of St. Gallen in Switzerland. This fall semester, I participated in the non-degree exchange program of SCU. So basically as part of my degree at my home institution. So basically how the process worked is that I applied with my university and I was nominated by St. Gallen to study at SCU, and then I was accepted by Santa Clara. What's really great is that I got the chance to study at a US law school while paying the regular tuition of my home university. First of all, a virtual exchange is obviously very different from an exchange in person. But virtual exchange is better than no exchange at all, I would say, right? Because there are certainly some benefits to it. Like, obviously, I didn't have to worry about getting a visa, worrying about housing, booking a flight, etc. So for some students, it could actually be a kind of a low-cost alternative to an in-person exchange semester. But in my opinion, there's also an academic benefit to it. While some say that online classes can never replace the intimacy that characterizes in-person classes, and I agree that it's true to a certain extent, but I think online classes can also provide new ways of teaching. Like many professors at Santa Clara use live service or breakout sessions. For example, one of my Santa Clara professors recorded weekly lecture videos that you would have to watch beforehand, asynchronously, before the week started. Then in the live sessions, you could discuss what you had already learned watching the videos beforehand. This actually gave us more time to deep dive into practical applications, into exercises, which we otherwise probably would have not had if we had to discuss the theory in class as well. So I think this combination of asynchronous and synchronous teaching actually proved to be a very valuable learning experience for me. I actually think I would go as far to say that I learned more than I otherwise would have, because obviously if you are in an in-person exchange, you have a lot of other things going on, like you want to travel, you want to see, you want to spend your time on campus, for example. All in all, I would say like virtual exchange from an academic perspective is not really inferior to an in-person exchange. Quite the contrary. Maybe I was even more focused on studying and learning. Santa Clara University is in Silicon Valley, so you're kind of missing out if you're not taking courses that are related to tech law or intellectual property law. One course which I chose and I would really recommend is Internet Law with Professor Eric Goldman. It is a very broad course that covers many topics such as jurisdiction, contracts, property law, copyright, and trademark law. It's a really great course for anyone not too familiar with US law, just like me, right? Also, Professor Goldman is a thought leader in his field, so you will learn from the very best. But he's also a very great and fun person in general, and the whole course is structured really well. It was actually the first time he did this course online, but I thought it was really good with many weekly quizzes, those pre-recorded videos I mentioned with the live sessions, many discussions online as well. So I would definitely recommend it. Another course I would recommend if you're looking for something more international that you could also apply in your home jurisdiction, then I would recommend taking the course International Commercial Arbitration with Professor Gary Benton. It was very interesting because we had many guest speakers every week, and it was interesting to hear from judges, from lawyers, arbitrators. One advice is I would start planning early enough, because there's a lot of administrative work involved. And it's even more so if you're going to an in-person exchange semester, obviously, because you have to get the visa, you have to worry about housing and stuff. So you should really think about what are my objectives? What are the criteria that I'm looking for? Which country do I want to go to? Which school? Who do I have to contact to kind of work this out? Just a more general advice, I would definitely recommend to go on an exchange semester, whether it's in person or virtually. In a world that is becoming like more and more interconnected, international experience becomes more and more important for legal professionals as well, in my opinion. For example, if you're working in a law firm with international clients, I think to understand cross-border issues, you need lawyers that actually cross borders. So I would definitely recommend just do it and go ahead.